Horn Africa News, War in Sudan. This is Horn Africa News. Tonight, we examine the war in Sudan, a conflict that has unleashed one of the world's gravest humanitarian emergencies. What sparked the fighting? Who is driving the violence? And how is this conflict reshaping the Horn of Africa? Here is our report. How the war began. The war in Sudan erupted on the 15th of April, 2023. It is a confrontation between the Sudanese Armed Forces, led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, and the Rapid Support Forces, commanded by Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, widely known as Hemedti. Once allied, the two men jointly staged a military takeover in 2021. But deep divisions over integrating the RSF into the national army, combined with competition for power and economic influence, ignited a brutal conflict. The first clashes broke out in the capital, Khartoum, before rapidly spreading nationwide. Key battlefields. Today, the fighting is concentrated in three main regions. Khartoum, once a bustling capital, has become a war zone. The RSF now controls much of the city, while the army holds strategic bases. Millions have fled, leaving the capital nearly deserted. In Darfur, the violence has been devastating. RSF units and allied militias have taken control of major towns. There are widespread reports of ethnic killings, burned villages, and mass displacement. In Kordofan, clashes between the army, the RSF, and local armed groups have cut communities off from food, medicine, and humanitarian support. Many towns remain unreachable. Humanitarian crisis. Sudan is now facing one of the most severe humanitarian crises in modern history. More than 10 million people have been displaced inside the country. A further 2 million have sought refuge in Chad, South Sudan, Ethiopia, and Egypt. Food shortages are critical. Large parts of the country stand on the brink of famine. Markets have been destroyed. Supply routes are dangerous, and aid convoys struggle to reach those in need. The health system has collapsed. Hospitals have shut down. Outbreaks of cholera, malaria, and measles are spreading rapidly. Children are suffering from acute malnutrition with almost no access to treatment. Communications blackouts are widespread. Families go weeks, even months, without any contact with loved ones. Sudanese civilians continue to bear the brunt of a war they did not choose. International involvement. The conflict is shaped by interests far beyond Sudan's borders. Several regional powers have been accused of supporting different sides, seeking access to gold, land, and political influence. Neighboring nations worry about the pressure of refugees and the instability spilling across their borders. Western governments, the African Union, and the United Nations have repeatedly called for a ceasefire. But peace talks, held in various countries, have collapsed time and again. Sudan's strategic resources and location make it a point of competition among global powers, complicating any pathway to peace. Impact on the Horn of Africa. The war is reverberating across the Horn of Africa. Refugee numbers continue to grow, stretching the capacities of Chad, South Sudan, Ethiopia, and others. Trade routes linking Sudan to neighboring states are disrupted, driving shortages of food, fuel, and essential goods. Security concerns are rising. Armed groups may exploit the chaos, crossing borders in search of weapons, supplies, or safe havens. The risk of regional instability is increasing. Diplomatic divisions within the region are further complicating efforts to end the conflict. Possible futures. Experts outline three likely scenarios: a prolonged stalemate in which neither side achieves a decisive victory, a fractured Sudan split into regions controlled by rival forces, or a political settlement, a possibility that will require both sides to compromise and the international community to apply consistent pressure. At present, the country's future remains uncertain. Sudan's suffering continues, largely away from global attention. Humanitarian aid, diplomatic unity, and regional cooperation are urgently required. Horn Africa News will continue to follow developments closely. You are watching Horn Africa News. For more in-depth reports from across the region, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay informed and stay safe.